What is postmodernism? It's hard to define. It embraces elements of philosophy, literary theory, architecture, art, cultural mood. I think the key component is in the prefix post. It's a reaction against modernism. Modernism was optimistic in terms of human potential. Modernism had a certain uh, certainty about objective knowledge. The modern mindset was that we could stand in a neutral position observing reality, that we could have some sort of God's eye view of reality. Modernism had a consciousness of the unity of all knowledge and the faith and the power of reason to come to truth. But through a variety of philosophical factors, through cultural events, that confidence in modernism has dissipated. And so we enter into a postmodern perspective, which is much more pessimistic. It's lost much of its confidence in the inevitability of progress. It's lost its sense of certainty about human knowledge. It's become more cynical about human experience in the world and even of the goodness of knowledge itself as it's seen scientific knowledge taken in all sorts of destructive directions. It has resulted in an abandonment of this neutrality. No one is in a neutral position. No one has a God's eye view of reality. We're all culturally situated. There's a multiplicity of perspectives. So there is no unified perspective on truth anymore. And claims to truth become simply impositions of power that must be deconstructed for what they really are. We are shaped, perhaps even determined, by our communities in which we live. This is the postmodern perspective. Some people say that it's simply taking modernism to its logical conclusion, a human autonomy in the world without God. It began, in some sense, in a literary context in which the author of a text was no longer significant. All that matters is my reading of the text, my perception of the text. And now that perspective is applied to all of reality. The author of reality itself, God, is no longer significant. That we must create our own meaning, our own reality, our own purpose for life. There is no grand story. There's no meta-narrative that explains all that exists. No, truth is simply what works for you. It's what you can get others to believe. We create our own truth. We create our own meaning. That's the postmodern world, the mindset that we have in which we engage people in ministry these days.